you're okay. Hi, hello. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you've made it. Hi, hello. Hi Jada, how you doing? Hi Sue, hello. Hi Linda, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're okay. We'll just give it a few minutes before everyone gets on. I can't quite see who's joining. Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us tonight. Hello, namaste, namaste. It's good to be back. It's good to be back doing yoga with you all. So if you can't make it, if some of you haven't made it, then hi on catch up, just in case you haven't made it. But if you're here now, then fantastic. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. So it's for beginners tonight as well. So it's for everyone tonight. Hi. I'm going to have to come and see because I can't read who's here. Hello Sue, namaste. I thought you was on holiday. Thanks for joining us, even though you're on holiday. I'm totally honoured. Thank you. So we're going to find a nice seat, a nice comfortable seat. Hi, if you're just joining, hello, we're going to start in a few minutes. I just want you to sit up nice and tall with your legs crossed. Find a cushion. If anyone's got a cushion, get a cushion, because it's going to be really important today just to sit up nice and tall. So if you find that when you're crossing your legs, you're rounding your back and your lower back is rounding, then get a cushion, double it up, 2 cushions, 3 cushions, doesn't matter how many you have, and just hutch it under the bum, under your hips, and then you should find that you're able to sit up and your back is a lot straighter. So that's going to be really important. I've got a yoga bolster, so I'm sat up quite high, so that's why my knees are quite low down. So whatever you're sitting on, sit it up, bolster yourself up, get that back nice and straight, shoulders back and down, and just sit up nice and tall. Hi, it's nice to see you. So we're sitting up nice and tall, the shoulders are rolled back and down. I'm so excited to teach yoga tonight again with you all and on catch up. So we're just going to take some deep breaths. Hello, if you're joining. You're sitting up nice and tall on a cushion or a block or a yoga bolster. So we're going to inhale, big inhale, and as you exhale, slowly exhale and let the shoulders relax down. So you're inhaling, and as you're exhaling, you're feeling the shoulders drop down. Have you been sitting like this all day? Just be aware. Let's roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe give them a little shoulder roll. Just taking it down. It's for beginners tonight, so if you're beginners and you've never tried yoga before, there are so many opportunities tonight to introduce you to yoga. So once we've brought our shoulders down, our chest is open. It's all about opening up the heart tonight. So you're going to take your left hand to the left side and reach the right arm up and take it over as you exhale. Take it over and just feel a nice opening at the side here, on the side of your muscles, your obliques. Relax. Inhale, open up. Exhale, maybe sink a little bit further. And then inhale, reach the other arm up. and take it over. So I'm sorry if you're getting confused with left and right. I realise that my camera's probably opposite. So just take it one side and then do the other side. So as you inhale, you're really opening up the side of the body, and as you exhale in, you're sinking over. Maybe you're turning your head to look up to the armpit. Maybe you're not, it doesn't matter. And then take it down. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then as you exhale, cactus them. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together as you exhale. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. Inhale, reach both arms up, and as you exhale, right hand onto the opposite thigh, and then your other hand behind you. Inhale, sit up tall before you exhale and twist. Twisting it out, maybe looking over the shoulder, and then inhale, both arms up, and exhale, right hand behind you, left hand connects to the outside of that thigh. Sit up tall, 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 and then twist as you exhale. And then inhale, both arms up, and exhale, cactus the arms. Take your hands down to the side of you. Maybe your fingertips touch the floor, and just feel that grounding energy, fingertips into the earth. And maybe tilt your head to one side, doesn't matter which side. And the same hand on that side takes hold of the top of the head, side of the forehead, and just eases it over. There's no pulling, just easing it over. Keep breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Reaching the other arm out. Doesn't matter if it doesn't touch the floor. And then gently release, bring your head back to neutral, and then tilt your head over to the other side. That same hand, that side, eases it over. Taking it over, nice deep stretch. Breathe into it. The other arm is stretching out, so you get that nice length here in this muscle. And then gently bring yourself back to center. Place your hands onto the front of your thighs, ground yourself. And we're going to do some neck rolls, so drop your head, chin down to the chest, round. Take it round. If it's too much for the neck to do a full circle, then just do half circles. You don't have to take your head behind. Remember, make it work for you. There's never right or wrong in yoga, and there is certainly no enlightenment the deeper you go into a pose. Take it round. If you haven't swapped direction, change direction, and just get rid of any tension around the shoulders, the neck. Your shoulders are still dropping down towards the floor. Good job. And then just take your cushion out from under you, place it to one side if you have cushions or a yoga block. And then we're going to come to all fours, so hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, widen your knees, big toes touch, and then you're going to pull back into a child's pose. So pulling back, just wiggle the hips. They might need a little bit of a wiggle just to ease them down into the position towards your heels, and then let your head drop down to the floor. Spread the fingers, reach the arms, feel that length in the whole of your spine, your back. Breathe deeply. Keep spreading those fingers, and then as you come back up to all fours, drop the belly down, arch the back, inhale, look up, and as you exhale, pull the belly in, arch the back up into cat pose. And as you're doing this, use the breath and take it back down into child's pose. So we're going to flow through a few of these. So inhale up into cow pose, arch the back down, look up, stick the butt out. And then exhale, pull the tummy in. Slowly ride down with your exhalation. Inhale. Arch the back down, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, pull back. Keep exhaling, try and ride that exhalation all the way down. One more, bring yourself back up, arch the back down, look up, shoulders away from the ears. And as you exhale, pull the tummy in, arch the back up and pull back. Stay there, stay in child's pose. Maybe just do a little bit of swaying from side to side. It feels quite nice to sway from side to side. And if it doesn't, then don't, that's fine. It's your yoga practice. Everyone's different. And then when you're ready, come back to all fours. Knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. So you're going to take your left arm and you're going to reach it up. You can gaze up to that hand if you want to. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to thread it through. So we're going to thread it through. Left shoulder onto the floor. Remember, don't worry if it's right or left. Now there's options here, so stay here if this is comfortable for you, and we're going to layer on the postures. So do whatever suits you. If you want to straighten that right leg out, you're tucking the toes. You can't see my toes, but you're tucking the toes onto the floor. Your hips are square and level. If you want to reach that right arm up to the ceiling, reach it up. Maybe you can turn your head to look up to that hand. Remember, these are all layering on the postures, so just stay wherever you need to stay. And if you want to wrap that arm around your back, maybe the fingers come round to the front of that thigh, maybe they don't. That's okay. And then one final move. It's a little bit demanding. You can lift your right leg off the floor if you want to hover it a little bit. And if you fall flat on your face, don't worry, that's fine. That's all part of yoga. Breathing into it, and then bring yourself back. Reach the arm up, taking it down to the floor, knees both on the floor under your hips, and come back to all fours. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side, so I'm going to turn around so you can see. So we're going to take your right arm up, inhale, exhale, thread it through. Head on the floor, shoulder on the floor. If that's perfect, then that's perfect. Stay here. You can step the leg back, tuck the toes. You can reach the left arm up. Keep those hips square. It's going to really help stabilize you. It's a really nice twist for the upper back. If you want to take that hand around and hold on to that thigh maybe, or just the lower back. If you want to challenge your balance and your core, keep those hips square, keep that left hip dropping down. It's really going to help as you lift that leg up just to hover. Breathe into it, use the breath, and really feel the upper back opening. Take it down, release yourself wherever you are. Wherever you are is perfect. Take it back to all fours where you are. Inhale, arch the back down, look up. And exhale, pull the tummy in. Just one more cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale. Bring yourself back to all fours. Just neutralize the spine. Pull the tummy in. Use the breath here. Spread the fingers into the floor. Breathe, and then take your right leg out behind you. Flex the foot. Can you see my foot flex? Flex the foot. And then opposite arm out. Watch your back doesn't arch down. Lift your core, lift your tummy, and hold the breath. Hold the pose. Don't hold your breath. Don't ever hold your breath. Breathe into it. Use the breath. Inhale, exhale, long spine. Keep reaching, hand away from the foot. And then place hand and knee down. Then we're going to do the opposite side. So stretch the other leg back behind you, the opposite arm. Pull the navel in, maybe pull the pelvic floor in. Use the breath. Length, length, length. Not arch in the back. It's a powerful pose. It might not look like you're doing much, but you are. Use the breath. And then slowly take it down. So we're just going to run through some beginner's vinyasas. So we're going to go through it. So if you're a little bit advanced and you want to advance it straight away, then do. But I'll give you that option. So just slide the knees back, slide them back. Take your hands, walk them under your shoulders and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Lower, 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 lower. Slowly down. Hands under your shoulders. You're going to come into a little cobra. So your elbows are still bent. Roll the shoulders, heads back and down. Look up. Breathe, inhale and then exhale. So we're going to do 2 more of those. Inhaling. If you want to come up higher already, you can. I'll give you the option later though. Inhale and then exhale. So your legs are a little bit wider. The inner thighs are spinning up to the ceiling. Inhale, lift up. Hold, breathe. Don't hold the breath. Breathe, hold the pose. And then slowly lower down. And as you lower down, push into the hands and come to all fours and pull back into a child's pose. So pull it back. Knees could be wide or they can be together. It's up to you. Use the breath here. And then slowly come back to all fours. Slide the knees back if you need to and slowly lower down. So this time, maybe you can just hover. Maybe the elbows are as high as the shoulders. Hover, hover, hover. Little chaturanga and then lower down. And this time, if you want to come up high, you can. Or if you're happy with that low cobra, then stay here. There's no competition. There's no prizes. If you want to come higher, roll the shoulders back, maybe straighten the arms. And if you do want to come into upward facing dog, you can try and lift the thighs off the floor so the weight's onto the top of the feet. Make sure the shoulders are rolled back, your chest is open, your gaze is forward. And then come to all fours. Stay in all fours here. And we're going to tuck the toes, so you're tucking your toes. So we're going to go into a downward facing dog. So you tuck in the toes, keep the knees bent if you're new to down dog. If you want to go straight into a down dog, as your choice, do so. Otherwise keep the knees bent. And just think about lengthening your back. The bum is the top of the pyramid. So it's going to reach up. See if you can reach it up. Spread the arms wider if your shoulders are tight. Spread the fingers into the mat, especially the base of your fingers and your thumb and forefinger. And lift, 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 length, length, length. You're looking towards your thighs. And if you feel you're ready, you can straighten maybe one leg, straighten the other leg, and do a little bit of pedaling. We can take your feet a little bit wider if that's a little bit better for you. You can pedal, you can move, you can find stillness. Breathe into it. Keep lifting, keep lifting. You can keep your knees bent if you find that your back is lengthening more. And then bring back down to the knees and then come into a child's pose. So we're going to bring those together. So we're going to come up onto our hands, onto our knees, and maybe slide or just step the knee back a little bit. And if you're going to come down into a cobra, if you're ready, you can come up into a plank position. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale into cobra or a high cobra or up dog. And then as you exhale, come to your knees, tuck the toes, and take it into downward facing dog. So we're going to inhale back to plank. If you want to come to your knees, please come to your knees as we did before. Now we're going to try chaturanga. So we're going to exhale, low, 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 slow. Oh, you might shake a bit. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. And then maybe from there you can come up to cobra. You don't have to do these. These are all postures that you can layer on. And then tuck the toes. And you can come to your knees, or you can come straight in to downward facing dog. Whew, creating a little bit of heat. You can move in your down dog. You can stay still in your down dog. No, doesn't matter. So just stay here in your down dog, pedaling or finding movement or stillness. And then bend your knees and walk yourself to the front. Help yourself, help your feet along to the front. So half fold, inhale, try to straighten the legs, give yourself a little wiggle, straighten the back, look up, pull the tummy in, inhale. And as you exhale, find a fold. And now if you need to bend your knees and just let your body fall over the strength of your legs, whether they're bent or they're straight. Nobody cares, it doesn't matter. Maybe sway from side to side. I know a few of you are runners out there. Your legs and hamstrings are going to be tight, that's okay. So just release, be gentle with yourself. And then we're going to inhale slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling, pull the tummy in as you come up, inhaling. Reach the arms up overhead, palms together, and then exhale into prayer position. Just take a few breaths here. So we're going to just do a few flows with some low lunges. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, fold it forward, fold down, knees bent, knees straight, feet apart, feet together, really doesn't matter. Inhale, slide the hands up, inhale, and as you exhale, come down, step your right knee into the floor, so you're in low lunge, pad that knee up if you need to, front knee's in line with the front ankle, inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, sink down, feel that pull, feel that release there in the front of that hip flexor. It's really good for some of you that need this. Inhale, exhale, reach, arrow straight arms. One inhale, and as you exhale, let's cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, two more, inhale, exhale, keep sinking, sink in, inhale, exhale, inhale, one more, exhale, take your hands down to the floor. So we're going to come into plank, or you can come onto your knees, so take it into plank, knees on the floor for modified plank if you need to. Inhale, and as you exhale, either lower slowly to chaturanga or drop down onto the mat, chest and tummy at the same time. Inhale into cobra or high cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck the toes onto your knees or straight up to downward facing dog. Just take a couple of breaths here, get your breath back. Find stillness, or a little bit of movement. And then you're going to step your right leg forward, help it along, hand on the ankles, bring it through, left knee or opposite knee. Pad that knee up if you need to, front knee in line with the front ankle, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, sink down, sink. You might want to just hutch that foot forward a little bit more so you can sink down, just make sure the front knee's over the ankle. So we're going to inhale, reach, exhale, cactus, maybe a little lean back. Inhale, reach up, exhale, Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. So your hands come down to the floor. This time you're going to lift that knee up, tuck the toes, and we're going to step it back to the front. Step it back to the front, slightly apart together or a little bit further apart. Let your head hang. Inhale, half fold, slide the hands up the shins, pull the tummy in straight back, and then exhale, fold however you need to fold. Inhale, push into the feet. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, namaste. Good job. Take a couple of breaths. Find something to be thankful for in yourself. I am thankful for. Think of something you are thankful for in your body. Maybe it's just showing up tonight. So inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, half fold. And as you exhale, take your right knee back into the mat again. Pad it up if you need to. Front knee over the front ankle. Reach the arms up. Inhale, and then exhale, hands into prayer position. So you're going to take your right elbow or the opposite elbow to the leg in front, and you're going to twist it over and see if you can hook that elbow to the outside of that thigh. Your hands are still in prayer position, and you're going to lift the left shoulder, elbow up to the ceiling, and maybe you're going to turn your head to look over that shoulder, but try and twist with the whole torso. So you're going to inhale, lengthen, and then as you exhale, find that twist. Use the breath here, breathe into it. And reach the arms up. And then exhale, take your hands down to the mat if you can. Fingertips down to the mat. And just wiggle that front toe forward a little bit more. We're going to come into half splits. So see if you can lift the toes of that foot up towards the ceiling, straightening this leg. Inhale, tummy pulls in, and then exhale, just sink it down as much as you can, just so that you get a nice hamstring stretch. Nice, probably not the word, but a hamstring stretch. Breathe into it. And then place the foot on the floor, come back into that low lunge, walk the hands forward, lift that right knee up off the floor, come back to plank or low plank. If you need your knees on the floor, take them down. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower down all the way or halfway. See if you can do that little hover and chaturanga. Inhale, up into cobra, up dog. And then exhale, onto the knees and up to down dog. Breathe, take a few breaths here. Pushing into the thumb and forefinger, into the pads of the fingers. And then when you're ready, step your right foot through, so the opposite knee's on the floor basically. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, prayer position. So we're going to do a twist on the other side. So you're going to take that elbow and you're going to take it over and hook it to the outside of the thigh. Palms together, your right elbow's up to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, twist it over, look up to the shoulder if it's good for your head. If it's not good for your neck, don't. Breathe into it. Sinking down into the lunge still, using the breath. And then inhale back to the center, hands to the floor, fingertips to the floor. I'm going to straighten that front leg. Might want to just touch that front foot forward a little bit more. Ooh. Inhale, lengthen a little bit, maybe pull the tummy in, and then reach over. Reach the body over. Ooh, just feel maybe a little massage. It's okay, hamstring, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you under so much pressure. And then come back into that lunge. This time we're going to pick the back knee off the floor. I'm going to step it forward together to meet the other foot. Inhale, half fold. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up, push into the feet. Feel like you've got roots grounding into the earth, into the feet. And then exhale, namaste. Okay, we're going to do one more round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it forward. Ooh, your hamstrings should be releasing a little bit more, maybe a tiny bit more. Inhale, look up. Exhale and bring your right knee into the floor. Now if you want to advance here, you can come into a higher lunge. It's going to play on the balance a little bit. You don't have to do this. Put that knee on the floor if you want to. Otherwise, have a go in high lunge. If you're here in high lunge, bend that back knee, tilt the hips forward, and then from there, straighten the back leg. Widen the stance if you're wobbling too much, and if you are wobbling, it's okay, that's fine. Ooh, like that. And then inhale, reach the arms up, come into prayer position. And we're going to do a twist in high lunge, okay? So I might wobble too. So your right elbow comes over to the outside of that thigh. Find something to focus on, a focal point, and take it over into a twist as much as you can. Breathe into it, use the breath. You could do this. We can do this. And then take your hands down. We're going to come to plank position. If you're in plank, or modify your plank with your knees on the floor, inhale, exhale, lower all the way. Or if you want to try chaturanga, slow, 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 elbows same height as your shoulder, and then inhale, up into cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, straight into down dog, or knees and then down dog. Just take a few breaths here. This is the last downward facing dog. Breathe into it. And then you're going to step your right foot forward, help it along if you need to. Left knee on the floor or off the floor for a high lunge. Find your balance. Woo. Roll the shoulders back. Bend that back knee. Tilt the hips forward. And then straighten the back leg. And then you're there, you're on it. Take your hands into prayer position. And then take it into a twist. Take the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Don't look at the screen, Julie. It's wobbling. That's it, good. Then breathe into it. Use the breath. Watch those front toes aren't scrunched up. Mine were. Just had to remind myself to straighten them. Breathe into it. We can do this, and then inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, take your hands to the floor and step it through, meet the front foot, inhale, half fold, exhale, Uttanasana, last one, inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, Samastiti. And let's step to the long side of our mat now, toes facing forward. And just take your hands around, so your thumbs are in your lower back in that groove there, and your fingers around your hip. Roll the shoulders back. It's a nice superhero pose, this one. And just close your eyes and feel confident. Take a few breaths and breathe in confidence. Breathe in strength and exhale fear. And then from here we're going to turn your right foot out, bend in the front knee, the right knee. So your front heel is in line with the back arch, warrior two for those that know this one. If you don't know it, that's fine, I'll talk you through it. So you're going to bend that front knee, you're going to lift the inner thigh as well, so you're working both legs. The front knee is over the middle of those toes. So as you look over, you can see your big toes, big toe. Reach the arms up, palms face down. Turn your head to look to that hand, and you're in Warrior Two. And if you want to sink down deeper into it, feel free, breathe into it, keep lifting the back thigh, inner thigh. So we're just going to do a few flows. We're going to exalt the warrior. So you're going to turn the front palm up, inhale, exalt the warrior, left hand onto the outside of that thigh. And as you exhale, extend side angle, right forearm to the right thigh, and reach the left arm up and over. Inhale back into exalted warrior. Smile. Exhale. Take it over. Oh, it's such a nice flow, this one. Inhale. Reach it over. And exhale. So we're going to stay here in extended side angle. You can take the arm up, you can look up to the hand, you can take it over if your shoulder's too tight, that's fine, keep it up there. Remember, we're layering on the postures. Make sure you're using that back leg, the inner thigh of your back leg, so you're not putting all the pressure onto the front leg. And if you want, you can take your hand down, you don't have to. Take your hand down to the pinky toe side of that foot. Reach it over. And then come back up. Superhero stance. Thumbs into your lower back. Fingers around your hips. Turn your feet forward in line with your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Bend those elbows. Breathe. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to take your left foot out. Front heel in line with the back arch. Bend in the front knee. You can see your big toe, the left big toe. Reach the arms up. Maybe just give you a little twist of the wrists. And then take the palms down. Level, turn your head to the front hand. And then turn the front palm up. Exalt your warrior. Inhale. Open it up. Sink down further into the front leg if you want to. And then exhale. Elbow onto the front of that thigh. Right arm over. Awesome. Two more. Inhale. Enjoy the flow. And exhale. Inhale. Oh, and exhale. It's a really nice opening one. And then we're just going to stay here in your extended side angle, whatever works for you. This is perfectly fine. If you want to take it further down, you can take that hand down to the pinky toe side of that foot. Watch this knee doesn't come in to the inline. And then inhale, reach it up. Take your hands to your hips. Turn your toes forward in line with your heels. So you've got a nice wide stance. Reach the arms up. And as you exhale, hands into prayer and reach forward. Lengthen your back. Keep lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. And maybe your hands touch the floor. Maybe they don't. That's fine. Wherever they go. You can hold onto your thighs, you can hold onto your legs. If they do touch the floor, that's fine too. Inhale, look up. And exhale, sink it down. Keeping your right hand on the floor or a block or your cushion, reach the left arm up and take it into a twist. And then slowly take it down to the floor and reach the right arm up. Take it into a twist. And then slowly take it down. And then take your hands onto your hips. Inhale halfway. Exhale, pull the tummy in, feel the length in your back, and then bring yourself up with your inhale. So I've gone quite wide here, so I'm just going to hutch in a little bit with my feet while we do a triangle on each side. So turn the right foot out, but we're going to keep both legs straight this time. Still heel arch alignment. Reach the arms out and reach it over. Reach, reach, reach length. And then take this right hand down to wherever's comfortable on the leg. Might be the thigh, it might be the shin. Open the left arm up to the ceiling. Make sure you've got a nice opening here in the chest, in the clavicle. And maybe look up to that hand if it feels good. Maybe not, that's fine. Breathe into it. Use the breath. You can slide it down if you want to, but if you find that the top shoulder's coming down too much, then bring yourself up. It's better to keep that chest open. So again, we're going to layer on the postures here. You can stay here if this is good, or you can take your hand back and it will really open up that shoulder. Inhale, and then swing it round to the lower back, your hand to the lower back. Maybe the hand comes round to the thigh, maybe it doesn't. And you can look up to the ceiling as well. And then slowly bring yourself up. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hands on your hips, feels so good. And then turn the left foot out, right foot in. So front heel's in line with the back arch. Reach the arms out, both legs are straight. Try not to lock the knee too much though. And then reach, 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 reach. Left hand down to wherever you want to. Right hand up. Opening the chest. You can look down, you can look up. So if you want to really open it out, you can pull back with that hand and you should feel that opening out. Unless it's too much. And then if you want to wrap that hand around you, you can bind it. Maybe your fingers come round towards that thigh, and maybe they don't, it's okay. Breathe into it, look up, roll the top shoulder back, open the chest, keep opening, 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 breathe into it, and then inhale, gently bring yourself back up, heels in, toes out, bend the knees, shoulders, give them a little roll back, just to encourage them to stay back and down. Okay, a little bit of strengthening for the legs. Reach the arms up, bend the elbows, spread the fingers wide. A little bit of warrior goddess pose. Breathe into it. You can do this. Spread the toes, feel the ground underneath your feet, and then take your hands onto those bent thighs. Lean forward a little bit and drop your right shoulder down. Look over the opposite shoulder with your gaze. And then the other side. Drop it down. And then one more each side. Drop it down. And then take it over to the other side. And bring yourself back to the center. Take your hands into prayer position. Maybe wiggle the feet in a little bit more. Maybe you come down a little bit deeper. Maybe the elbows tucked to the inside of the thighs and you can come right down into garland pose. So you might just need to bring the feet in a little bit narrower. Toes can point outwards. If your hips are really tight, they need to point outwards. That's okay, but use your upper arms and hook them onto the inner thighs. And if you're up here, that's perfect too. So wherever you are, try and bring yourself down. We're going to come to seated. Don't worry if it's not elegant. No one cares. No one can see you at least. And then bring yourself down onto the mat. Bend your knees. Take your hands behind your fingertips towards your body, your bum cheeks, and just lean back onto the elbows. Straighten the legs, toes pointing up to the ceiling, and see if you can lift the chest up to the ceiling. Maybe your head drops back, maybe it doesn't, that's okay. Then bend your knees, feet on the floor. Take your hands onto the floor so you're lifting up off your elbows and come into reverse. So bring your hips up, reverse table. So I didn't even finish that sentence. So lift it up, roll the shoulders back. Maybe your head drops back, or maybe it's too much for the neck, that's okay. Breathe into it, use breath here. Oh, and then slowly lower down. Straighten the legs in front of you, come into a seated position, bring yourself up. So if you're finding that you're round in your back, that's where your cushion's coming into. I'm looking for my cushion. So just pop the cushion under your lower back. So just straighten that back up a little bit more for you. Makes it more comfortable. So bend your right knee. So you're bending your right knee and you're going to wrap your left arm around the front of that knee. Your right arm, reach it up, inhale, and as you exhale, take it behind you. So the toes of your opposite foot's pointing up to the ceiling too. Take it behind you, inhale, sit up tall like we did in the lunge twist, and then as you exhale, twist it round. And maybe your head also looks over that shoulder or towards that shoulder. If that's enough, stay here. If you want to layer on the posture, you can take this left elbow and you can hook it onto the outside of that thigh. Breathing into it, sitting up tall with every inhale, and with every exhale, you're twisting over and round. You'll know if you've got too far in a pose because your breathing will become shallow. As soon as you struggle to breathe slowly and fluidly, then you've just gone a little bit too far. And then bring yourself back to the center and bend both knees. Maybe just sway from side to side if you need to release. And then you're going to bend your left knee, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Sit up tall, give yourself a wiggle. It's always good to have a little wiggle. Wrap that right arm around the front, reach the left arm up, inhale, and then exhale, take it behind. So you're inhaling, sitting up tall, and as you exhale, twist it round. And again, if you want to layer on that posture, you can hook that elbow onto the outside of that thigh. And you may find it just gets you into a little bit of a deeper twist, but it doesn't matter. Slow the breath down. Amazing, and then slowly bring yourself back to the center. So bring your knees bent and then slowly lower yourself down to the floor. So take your cushion out the way and just slowly lower your down so you're laying down onto the mat. I'm just going to adjust this mat a little bit here. So you're laying on your back, your knees are bent. Maybe you're swaying your knees from side to side if that feels good. And then hook your right knee into your chest. So you hook that right knee into the chest. Breathe into it, maybe circle that foot a little bit. Just release any tension from the ankle, from the foot. And take your left hand and place it onto the outside of that right thigh. Reach your right arm either out to the side or up a little bit higher on the floor. Shift your hips to the right And as you exhale, take that right knee over down towards the floor. So watch your right shoulder doesn't lift off the floor. If your right shoulder is lifting off the floor, you've just gone too far. And maybe you can turn your head and gaze over that right shoulder. So breathing into it. And with every exhale, you might find yourself go just a little bit deeper. Enjoy the twist. And then slowly bring yourself back to the center. Hook the knees into the chest if it feels good. If you just need to release a little bit, that's fine. And then keep your left knee into your chest, your right leg straight. Take your right hand to the outside of that thigh or hook it onto your knee, might help. Left arm over to the side. Just shift the hips over a little bit, it's going to help you out a little bit. And as you exhale, take that leg over to the floor, keeping this left shoulder into the floor. Really important to keep that left shoulder into the floor. Turning your head if you want to, if it lets you, over that left shoulder. Breathing into it. Slow the breath down. Your parasympathetic system is working now with these twists. So it's helping release any emotional tension, any emotional stress. Slowing and relaxing. And it's a great twist for the spine and the digestion. So gently bring yourself back to the center. Hook the knees into your chest, rock from side to side. If that's enough, stay here. If you want to come into a happy baby, take your hands to the outside, to the pinky toe side of the feet. Lift the soles of the feet so they're facing up to the ceiling. And then with the weight of your hands, you're helping your knees reach a little bit further down. You can find stillness here, or you can rock from side to side here, whatever feels good for you. But it's really a good move just to release any tension from your hips and your lower back. And then take the soles of your feet together. And we're going to come into Supta Baddhakasana, so your feet, soles of your feet together, your knees are wide. Take your right hand onto your belly and your left hand onto your heart or your chest. And as you inhale, rise the belly, feel the belly rise. And as you exhale, feel the belly relax. As you inhale, feel the chest and the heart open. And as you exhale, send love from your heart to the whole body. And then inhale, connect the two, connect your gut, connect your heart. And as you exhale, feel them soften. And just take a few breaths here, connect in your gut, connect in your heart center, your intuition and your heart. And while you're here, think of 3 things that you're thankful for. Any 3 things, they could be totally little things. And then when you're ready, relax into final resting pose, but the most important pose. Please don't skip this one, into Shavasana. So just let the legs relax, let your arms relax to the side. We're only going to be here a minute, and I'm going to read a quote while you're here, so please don't skip this pose. It's the most important and the hardest pose for people that can't sit still. So just relax, let the body become heavy. Stay here. And I'm just going to read a quote. And I hope that it may resonate with you. Today, I asked what my body needed, which is a big deal considering my journey of not really asking that much. I thought she might need more water or protein or greens or yoga or supplements or movement. But as I stood in the shower reflecting on her stretch marks, her roundness where I would like flatness, her softness where I would like firmness, all those conditioned wishes that form a bundle of never quite rightness, she whispered very gently, "Could you just love me like this?" So just stay there for a little bit longer. Let the breath breathe naturally. And when you're ready, gently roll yourself to one side. Gently bring yourself up into that crossed leg position, kneeling position, whatever position, just a nice seated position, and let us close the practice. So take your hands into prayer position. Take your hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Take your hands to your heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. And take your hands to your mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving words. That was in memory of Leslie Fightmaster, who died last year, who was a wonderful yogi. So in memory of you, thank you. And thank you to all of you that have joined me tonight. Namaste, love and light, and don't forget how beautiful you are. Love yourself as you are now. Thank you very much. Namaste.